Hello, my name's Ed and welcome to another Wine Searcher tasting video. We're going to have a little look at another wine by Simon Bize. This is the Cru Aux Vergelesses from Savigny-lès-Beaune. Let's go into a little bit of detail about Savigny-lès-Beaune as an appellation. It's in the Côte de Beaune section of Burgundy and it's very close to the town of Beaune. In fact, it's about 8 kilometers away, so very close to Beaune. Generally, the styles of wine that you're going to get from Savigny-lès-Beaune are going to be fairly similar to the village wines that you might get from Beaune itself. And the vineyards are following the river valley, the river Rohan. The valley is sandwiched between two hills, the hill of Corton in the north and the hill next to Beaune, Mount Batois. And there's different climatic zones around Savigny-lès-Beaune as well, which create different styles of wine, different soils, different gradients as well, which will produce different flavours. Savigny-lès-Beaune is 85% red wine, Pinot Noir, and then 15% Chardonnay, and a tiny bit of Pinot Blanc. Simon Bize, as a producer, started in around 1880. It basically starts with 3 Simons, essentially. The great-grandfather Simon, he was the start, and he had some vines in 1880, which he was farming by hand. Very hard work, very strenuous. Flash forward to 1918, his son, also called Simon he extends the number of vines, buys some more plots, also buys a horse, that's quite important, obviously making it easier. And the third Simon, he builds a winery, builds a new fermentation area, and they start to make their own wine from their own vines. They obviously make the wine themselves, bottle it, and sell it under their own label, which is actually fairly unusual in Burgundy. Usually, you own your vines, and a lot of people tend to sell their grapes on to negociants. And then in 1972, the son of the third Simon, Patrick Bize, extends the number of plots, enlarges the cellars, that sort of thing. So it's a family-owned winery, Cru Aux Vergelesses. Now this is a premier cru site from some of the slopes a little bit higher up, quite close to the hill of Corton. So what we're expecting here is a deeper, fuller-bodied, more structured wine. The soils are going to be slightly different from the wines that are lower down on the plain, and we're going to expect deeper, richer styles of wine as a result. The soils that you might expect are stonier, limestone, marl, less fertile, bringing about lower yields and more concentration in the wine. So Simon Bize, minimal intervention as well in the vineyard and in the winery. Very low cropping, we're told as well. That obviously brings about low yields and therefore high concentrations. That's what it's all about, especially when you're talking about a grape which lends itself to quality viticulture and winemaking, like Pinot Noir, and therefore it lends itself more towards the quality aspect. So of course with the reds, the grapes go into the winery, and we're told that depending on the vintage, either they put all of the grapes through as whole bunch, meaning they don't remove the stems, or they partially remove some of the stems, depending on the vintage, depending on what the winemaker feels is the right thing to do. Then they're fermented in wooden vats with gentle punch downs, fermented, settled in stainless steel tanks, and then aged in your classic Burgundy barriques for an extended period of time, with the age of the oak barrels being between 1 to 6 years. So let's see what we make of this one. Quite a lovely nose on this one. I'm sort of getting candied fruit on the nose, strawberries. There's an element of cinnamon here as well. So it does smell quite pretty, quite floral, quite aromatic on the nose. There is an element of earthiness coming through as well, picking up hints of mushroom in this as well. Very pleasant, and it leaps out the glass. Let's see what it's like on the palate. There's now so many flavours to think about in this wine. There's lots of concentration. There's lots of red fruit, lots of spice. You've got really good earthiness to this wine, good structure, tannin to this wine, fine grained, but there's a fair amount of structure. Toasty flavours as well, maybe some slight hints of cigar box, maybe some leather coming through from aging as well, some Christmas cake, some fig jam, all sorts of different flavours, and it's just what I'd expect really from a Premier Cru site, a little bit higher quality, and for the price as well of this wine, lovely finish. It does keep going on and on. I can almost still taste the flavours, and you could definitely see this wine aging really nicely for another few more years yet, I would say. So really quite pleasant, and definitely one to check out yourself. We'll drop a link down below as well where you can find more information about this wine, more information about Simon Bize and Savigny-lès-Beaune as a whole, information about Aux Vergelesses, that's the Premier Cru site for this, and you can see different vintages of this wine. You can see user reviews, critics reviews, all the information about this wine, about whether to buy it. Have you tried this wine? What did you think? Let us know down in the comments below. Have you enjoyed this video? Did you find it useful? Please do let us know in the comments below. We love to hear from you. Please do give this video a like as well, and also subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you press that bell notification icon just so you're informed for when we do post another video. So thanks very much, guys. We'll see you next time.